Shalom, fam. Shalom. Once again, this is Officer ISRAELITE with the Long Beach WOLFPAC. Salakia. 1 second. Mute that background. It's Officer ISRAELITE of Long Beach, SicariiWatr, aka the WOLFPAC, LBC WOLFPAC. Another edition of Couch Captivity created. And like you see in the banner down there and in the thumbnail, hey, it's a Q&A type of day, right? It's a Q&A type of day. There go my guy right there, right? Shimmy. Exactly, King. It's a Q&A type of day, right? You know, we run a little late today. Technical difficulties and whatnot. But, you know, the devil can't stop this train, family. We gonna get it in. You feel me? Hey, matter of fact, help us get this thing out there, man. Make sure you like, share, and even drop a comment in there. All of that helps for the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? So look, I know some of y'all, I know for a fact, at least one of y'all had a question that I talked to last week. Shimmy, it's Q&A time, fam. It's your time. All right. Hey, there go the family right there. Showing up. Hey, it's your time, fam. It's open Q&A, right? But while we, you know what I'm saying, while we get this message out, like I said, like, share, drop a comment, that just helped the algorithm get, you know what I'm saying, kickstart the live stream. I'm just going to start it out. You know, I'm just chop it up about I'll maybe go into some history about who we are type, you know what I'm saying? Them type things, you know what I mean? But some conversation starters. Hey, Shimmy, whatever your question is, just shoot it in the chat. We'll run it down. You know what I'm saying? Shoot it in the chat. Because I recall what you asked, but I want to, you know what I'm saying? So everybody got a reference. Shalom, militant minds. You know what I'm saying? Always a pleasure, King. Got Shimmy in the house. All right. Shout out to Blackboard. Salaki Blackboard. I don't recognize the avatar, but you know what I'm saying? Shoot us a message, fam. Let us know where you're from. You know what I mean? Maybe we know you, but just not by that tag, right? Holla at us though. Like I said, if you got any questions, now is the time. All right. Shimmy. All right, we'll get to it. I remember generally what you was talking about, right? But how about this? I'm gonna throw out some thought provokers, right? Kind of get the conversation started. Because think about what's going on right now. You know, they dropping bombs over there. Palestine lobbing rockets, Israel hitting back. You know what I'm saying? It's getting heavy over there, and you know a lot of brothers is real confused about what's going on, right? You know that, and I'm talking about in general, brothers that's not really in this truth, Salakia. Brothers that's not really in this truth, and kind of understand that Israel is supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, God's chosen people and the land of God's chosen people, but they don't understand how it could be death and destruction, you know what I'm saying, raining down on the Most High's land and the Most High's people land. But what you got to understand is prophecy, right? Prophecy says that, you know what I'm saying, when that time comes, in that day, when Christ returned to regain his kingdom and take us back to the land, you know what I'm saying? It won't be no more war. After, you know what I'm saying, Christ come through and conquer all the enemies, ain't gonna be no more war, right? They're gonna beat their shields in the plot beat their swords in the plowshares, right? And the shields in the plowshares and the swords and the pruning hooks. Meaning the weapons of war, it'll be no more use for it because everybody will be, you know what I'm saying, under the rulership of the righteous leadership. And when the righteous are in leadership, when the righteous rule, the earth rejoice, right? But right now, you got a lot of misery and pain and heartbreak because we got a bunch of wicked people running the earth, point blank simple, right? So look, let's start it out with this. I just gave a hint, right? Who could think of a precept that proves that the people in the land right now are not the people that the prophecies speak of? Shalom Nasayat, right? Especially soldiers, you know what I'm saying? Soldiers, prospects, you know what I'm saying? And then as well as the other viewers, hey, it's open Q&A. Let's have that discussion. Who can think of a precept, right, that prophesies what's supposed to happen in the end days, in that time where God's chosen people is returned to the land, that proves that the people that are there right now, they ain't them. Just from a matter of prophecy, all right? You know what I'm saying? Throw something up there. I got a couple locked and loaded. I want to see what the chat got to say first. Give y'all a few seconds. I know it's a slight delay, so I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds. You know what I'm saying? All right, Shimmy, what you got, Shimmy? Let's see what Shimmy rocking with. Let's examine that. Proverbs 29 and 2. All right. Let's go down the list, right? We got a few already. All praises. All praises, right? We got a couple up there already. So let's go with let's take a look at Proverbs. Let's see what you're talking about, Shimmy. Proverbs 29 and 2. Salaki, let me bring that up. Proverbs 29. Okay. All right. So we mentioned this earlier, right? Salakia. Let me get that screen shared. We mentioned this earlier. And that's my main man there, Shimmy, quick with the sword, right? Right? That's how you got to do it. When somebody bring a point up, it should trigger your mind. Where is it at? Let's bring this out right here, right? When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, people mourn, right? Great precept, Shimmy. Why? Because guess what? People over there in our land mourning right now. Like it's babies going down, right? Horrible deaths. You know, it's families being broken apart, people getting assassinated, kidnapped, bombarded. It's craziness over there, you know, because why? Because the righteous ain't in rule. The righteous are not in rule. You see what I'm saying? And the people over there are trodden down the true chosen people of God's land. You see what I'm saying? You got to go through these prophecies, right? I want to hear some prophecies that's going to prove that point, right? And now I see a good one right here, right? Matamwan, hey, Revelation 3. See what I'm saying? Revelation 3. Let's get that. Right? Because this go hand in hand with the people that's not the righteous people of the land. We know that prophecy told us this is going to happen, right? It's going to be a case of stolen identity like you wouldn't believe. And look, this is Yahushua telling us, look, behold, I will make them the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Right? Now, this goes along with that, what we call that good news, that gospel. You see what I'm saying? Because in that day of vengeance, in the day of the Lord, when Christ returned to regain his kingdom, our enemies got hell to pay. They got a note due, right? And some of them, their payment is complete and utter destruction. The rest of them that gonna fall in line is servitude to Israel, to the chosen people of the Most High, under the authority of Yahushua, our King, right? And if they don't come to bow down, bring them before me and slay them. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be destruction for them, right? Let's see what we got. Ali Yeshai. Ali Yeshai going to Revelation 2. Revelation 21 is a good one. Let's go there. Let's go to Revelation 21. Right? Because Revelation 21 is definitely eschatology. See what I'm saying? Okay. It's along the same lines, right? Revelation 21 and 4. It's a powerful soldier, Ali Yeshai, right? What does it say? Revelation 21 and 4. And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. Right? Now, what is this talking about? Let's go up a little bit. Let's get the context. The new heaven and the new earth. That's the title of that section. New heaven and new earth. Now let's break that down logically, because we know Revelation, right? A lot of things are allegorical in Revelation. So let's go get the context, okay? Because this will bring to mind when Christ said, you know what I'm saying? He'll use allegories and metaphors as well, you know what I'm saying? Or rhetorical statements, like in Matthew 5. You see what I'm saying? Until heaven and earth pass, not one jot nor one tittle shall pass from the law, right? So what is this talking about? A new heaven and a new earth. Is it talking about, you know what I'm saying, the sky falling, right, completely out, and the earth that we know of disappearing, and then it get replaced with a new set? Or is it talking about something else? I mean, that's a rhetorical question, but we know what it is, right? I just want to hear if anybody has any uncertainty about that. If you do, just throw it out there. We'll break it down. Right? I guess to put it more simply, is this a literal new heaven and new earth, or is this a metaphorical new heaven and new earth? Right? Give y'all a few seconds. I believe I can guarantee the majority of people I see in here right now, they already know, right? Okay. Shimmy said rulership, right? That's a major part of it, right? Because rulership is equated to heaven, right? This is Esau's heaven right now. He ruling. This is his world. You see what I'm saying? This is Esau's world right now. It says a new heaven and a new earth. See what I'm saying? Meaning everything's going to be changed. Not just who's, because we went back, right? Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in rulership, right, the earth rejoice. So not only just is the rulership change, but the entire hierarchy, the entire structure of the earth, right? Right? Exactly, Alishai. Under new management. So everything will change. A lot of the wickedness and evil that's going on, it won't be tolerated in Yahushai's kingdom. See what I'm saying? A lot of those things will be rooted out. And guess what? It's going to be that second death prior to Yahushua ushering the elect back into the land. and having our enemies, our enemies enslaved and building our walls, right? Some things got to happen first, meaning a second death, worldwide war, nuclear bombs, complete and utter destruction in some places. And at the same time, prophecy tell us that Jerusalem got to be a city of fallen walls before it's built back up. So what's going on over there is literally prophecy unfolding, because it's not going, this little skirmish they got right now, it's just a flash, you know what I'm saying? A flash right now. It's not going to simmer down. It's only going to get more crunk. And as it get more crunk, it's going to be more pressure on the elect to fold, right? So that's why we gotta get our shield up. We got to get our armor up and understand what's going on. Because if you understand, you keep your head on the swivel, you looking past just right in front of you, ain't nothing gonna surprise you. You see what I'm saying? And check it out. Let's get this Revelation 21 from the top so we can break this down. This new heaven and new earth. Revelation 21 from the top. All right. And I saw a new heaven, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth will pass away, and there was no more sea. Does that mean the water dried up from all the seas? Or is that allegorical? Of course, right? It's allegorical. So what John is seeing here is a new heaven and a new earth, because the first heaven and earth were passed away. So the way things, the rulership, and the way the nations reacted to that rulership or was subjugated to that rulership, through whether it's colonialism or straight up going to invade and conquer and creating new borders and all this, man, that's all wiped away from the chalkboard. That's wiped away, right? There's another hierarchy drawn up, right? And the sea, right? The sea of people, actually, right? All these nations and all these, you know what I'm saying, kingdoms on earth, done away with. That structure is done away. No UN, no Soviet Union, no Russian Federation, no Chinese, this, that, and the other. Done. It's under new management, like Ali Yeshai said, right? Verse 2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Now, we know this is allegorical, because it's not going to be a new city dropping down on the old city, right? That New Jerusalem, right, is that elect under the leadership of Yahweh coming to reclaim what is ours, right? What we have lost because of our wickedness, right? So if we to reclaim what we've lost because of our wickedness, we got to repent. We got to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, have faith in Yahweh, faith in the Most High, right? And be diligent in this walk and teach others to do so. Get these numbers up, right? Until we get this election sealed, right? We're going to have to go through it. So unless you are glutton for punishment, your best bet is to put in this work. You see what I'm saying? You got to put in this work. No matter how difficult it gets, your only reprieve, the only way to get through the struggle, right, is to push forward through it. You can't retreat, because we're already up in it, right? We already up in it. Okay, let's get all the way to 4. Right, here's 3. Okay, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God. You see, the only time the Most High is with Israel is when Israel is behaving and doing the will of the Father. When Israel is wicked, Israel, the Most High, turn his face, right? But we talking escha times when we have already gone through, we've repented and gone through that growth and been tried by the fire, right? And we got these numbers up, and it's presentable for Yahushua to come back and fulfill these prophecies. See what I'm saying? At this point, we will once again be a nation of, you know what I'm saying, of, for, and living by the law, statute, commandments of our Heavenly Father. The instructions that was given to us. You know what I'm saying? We will be rejuvenated. Like Sarge always say, what do you want? You want reparations or do you want restoration? Right? We want restoration. We want our kingdom restored. You know what I'm saying? Even to the glory of its finest day and then some. You see what I'm saying? Because even in the most glorious days of Israel in the past, it's not going to add up to the glory of the day of the Lord, that final day when Yahweh shall return, right? You see what I'm saying? You feel me? All right. So going on to 4, just to recap that precept that Ali Yeshai brought out. And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. What are the former things? What is this death? This death is sin and darkness and wickedness, right? There will be no more of that. That will be eradicated, because even the heathens will bow down and get in line. You know what I'm saying? Israel, right? Israel will have the laws written. We will have the laws. The elect will have the laws written in our hearts. You see what I'm saying? So that darkness and death will be no more. All right. So we got a precept in here. Shalom, Gad, in the house, family. Hey, just in case you didn't know, it's like an open forum Q&A. We just chopping it up. You feel me? And we got some good precepts in here already. So let me get to the next one. Ali Yeshai. That's a good precept, right? To go with what we just read. 2nd Ezra chapter 6. It's loaded. All right. Let's get that. Hold on. 2nd Ezra in the Apocrypha, chapter 6. All right. This is the plain and simple of it. When we talking about new rulership and you know, the end of one era and then a new one coming in, this is what Revelation is comparing a new Jerusalem, right? The former things have passed away. So we go to 2nd Ezra. That's a great precept to go with that. All right. This is the book of 2nd Ezra in the Apocrypha, 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 9. And it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. Right. So Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. Meaning Esau is going to be in rulership in these last days until the kingdom is restored unto Israel. And we know that once the kingdom is restored unto Israel and Yahushua returns and establishes his kingdom, that will be an everlasting kingdom. Right? You see what I'm saying? That's a good precept right there. Now, I hope y'all writing these down. These some good precepts. Now, like I said, I'm gonna touch on some prophecy, right? I'm gonna go over some prophecy, because how do we know who Esau is? How do we know this is Esau's kingdom? You see what I'm saying? It goes back to prophecy. You see what I'm saying? And Shimmy, if I'm correct, we was chopping it up at camp. It was about Daniel chapter 7, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was about Daniel chapter 7. See what I'm saying? And basically, you can go to Daniel 7, and the prophecy is going to tell you exactly who Esau is, exactly what kingdom we're in, and the fact that that kingdom that's described that fits Esau, that new revised Roman Empire, right? With the whore that's riding on the dragon and this and that, and you know, all this elaborate stuff that's repeated as well in Revelation, but just, you know, different time eras. That right there is going to let you know that, hey, modern day Babylon, that's Esau. He's the last, he's ruling in those last days. And when he is taken out, then it's time for Israel to be, for the kingdom to be returned to Israel. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let's get that. Let's get Daniel 7. And I believe around 14 is where, you know, it breaks it down. But I'm just going to read through it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to read through it because, you know, this Q&A. Right? Daniel 7. I just kind of let it flow where it go. And brothers brought out some great precepts. Now we can settle in a little bit and kind of take a little deeper of a dive into understanding exactly how the prophecy gonna open your eyes and shed light, right? Like how deacons say, you need that eye salve, right? You need that good ointment in your eye to be able to see what's going on, man, because it's a lot of foolery going on in the world. And it can be confusing. I see a lot of brothers getting confused, you know, but only this truth is going to keep you guided in the right direction. So let's get Daniel 7. All right. Daniel chapter 7. And you see the vision of the 4 beasts, right? We know that these 4 beasts are talking about different rulerships, different eras of rulership, right? Certain kingdoms. And let's just go real quick from the top. So make sure y'all got this on. All right. Go real quick from the top. Daniel chapter 7, verse 1. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and visions of his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the sum of the matters. Right. Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the 4 winds of heaven strove upon the great sea. Here we go again, right? The sea. You see what I'm saying? This is not literal sea. It's a metaphorical sea. And the 4 winds of heaven, right? It's also metaphorical. You see what I'm saying? And 4 great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another. Right? So you could either take this as how Esau would take it and think it's drawing up something out of the Clash of the Titans, where the, you know what I'm saying, the Kraken and all these things is popping up out of the ocean, or you can let the spirit illuminate these dark sands. You feel me on that? All right. So just understand these metaphors. Daniel gonna break it down. Don't worry. We're gonna get there. All right. The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from earth and made to stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. All right. Now Daniel is going to break this down later on, but just to keep things in context, I want you to understand these 4 beasts. For those of y'all that may not know, these 4 beasts, like I said, are 4 different kingdoms, 4 different eras of rulership. The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings, right? I believe they refer to that as a griffin, right? You know, if you go to New York, some of those old buildings, they got this Babylonian architecture. Matter of fact, let's try to get that. Let's try to get that. Let's see here. We get a Google out, right? Let's get Google out. Who in the chat knows what a griffin is? Throw a 1 up if you know what a griffin is. Throw a 2 if you don't. All right, let's see. 2, 1. Okay. Well, check it out, family. Google gonna help us out. All right, there you go, Gad. Half eagle, half lion, right? Half eagle, half lion. This is a griffin. You see? You know, they got all Esau know exactly what's going on, man. Don't let Esau fool you. They got all this symbolism. You think this just come out of the woodworks? Right? Daniel 7 talking about this beast with the body of a lion and wings like an eagle. Clear as day, right? I'm trying to click on pictures, man. This thing, where this thing going, right? They're trying to sell me some from Home Depot, bro. They got this thing in Home Depot. Look at that. But look, the body of a lion, right? And wings like an eagle. Where else do we see these? If you ever go to New York City, you might not have noticed it. Right? Let's see. I've noticed it on all kind of buildings in New York. Right? The heart of Babylon, really, right? The Big Apple. Let's see. Let's find one griffin on New York skyscrapers. You know what I'm saying? It's all over. You see? They got it all in their buildings, right? Leading into the doorway. Look at that. All over the building. The griffin in New York City high rises. The griffin in New York City. Look at that. Right? You think they know what's going on? You think they know they wicked? Where they traditions and everything come from? You see? It's all in their architecture. Right? It's all in their architecture. Look at this griffin statue. All right. You see? Face like a body like a lion with wings. Esau know exactly what's going on. See, they got it all on the top of their buildings. See what I'm saying? It's symbolism. They even make this symbolism, they market it commercially, right? All right. Yeah, see, it's interchangeable. Some of them, they call it gargoyles, right? The gargoyles tend to have the beaks, but you can see clearly some of these, right? They got griffins and gargoyles, right? Some of these is more obvious than others that, you know, it's a lion with wings. But you're right. See, this is the lion with wings, right? This is a griffin, but then they got gargoyles and goblins and all kind of manner of wicked things. Esau is, there's no end to Esau's wickedness, right? But I just wanted to show y'all that to give you a visual to let you know that, look, Esau, he knows who he is. He knows what's going on. But let's get back to this word, right? In Daniel 7, it says the first was like a lion and had eagle's wings. I beheld, to the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from earth and made stand up and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. Now you got to understand what era this was, right? Because in Daniel 2, it describes it in more detail, right? This statue with all these different you know what I'm saying, parts to the statue. So we can go to the Google machine for that, right? Like, I'm a visual learner, right? So let's go here, right? And this is some homework y'all can do. You see what I'm saying? Read Daniel 2. And it's going to talk about a statue, right? And each portion of the statue, right? The bronze and the iron, you know, it's like the gold and the iron and the bronze and so on and so forth, right? It's going to give you the breakdown of who the kingdoms are, right? This first kingdom in Daniel 7 is the Babylonian kingdom. See what I'm saying? The Babylonian kingdom. And you got to realize, you know, the Assyrians and the Babylonians were closely related. There was a lot of overlap, right? So, you know, the Assyrians had the eagle's head and wings on a man. The Babylonians had wings on the lion. You see what I'm saying? So you could see where Esau get his gargoyles from, right? Just these are two different kingdoms, but they were closely related. Just like the Greeks and the Romans were two different rulerships, but there was a lot of overlap, right? So look, the Babylonians is this first beast. And what does it mean that the wings were plucked thereof? That means this man, the ruler of Babylon, was ruling. He was the big dog. He was the big boy, running everything. The most powerful warrior on the known world. But guess what? Somebody came and plucked his wings, and he had to walk on the earth as a normal man, not as this godlike figure that had all power over all manner of people. You see what I'm saying? We can go to, you know what I'm saying, to understand what that's talking about. And I'm going to hold Daniel. But let's also go to Isaiah 14. Right? Isaiah 14. Right? Let's see. 1 second. Find exactly where I want to go. All right, you got to understand the king of Babylon was humbled down, right? He was humbled down to the point of being a vagabond. Went from being the big boy all the way down to being a vagabond. That's what that means right there. You see what I'm saying? 1 second. All right. So yeah, let's go back to Isaiah 14. I think it's around 12. Let's see. All right. Here. Okay. Isaiah 14 and 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Right? Because when you have a superpower that gets cut down to the ground, everyone that dealt with them and everyone that was under their rule and subjugated to them, their whole monopoly is broken up as well, right? And I want y'all to understand this word Lucifer is simply is a Hebrew word for light bearer, right? Like, you know, when somebody on top, you be like, oh man, he's shining, bro. That boy's shining. I mean, he's a star, right? We was just talking about some movies earlier, right? Denzel Washington, he's a star because he shines in his field, right? He outshines the overwhelming majority of people in his field by far. You see, that's where that comes from. It's not talking about Satan falling from the sky, right? That's Greek mythology. That's probably some damn, you know what I'm saying, Zeus and Poseidon, whatever they got going on. That is not scriptural, right? So don't let nobody tell you nothing about Lucifer being Satan, right? You just got to look at the word halal, right? Hallel in the, you know what I'm saying, block script, but it's ha, law, ha, la, and la, halal, right? Very simple. And what does it mean? Halal, light bearer, right? Shining one. See what I'm saying? He's a star. Aha, look, the king of Babylon. And then here goes Esau, right? You got to take the bones out of the fish, man. You know what I'm saying? The king of Babylon is the context in this scripture. How do we know that? Let's read, right? Because it says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. Like, I'm the big boy. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High, right? He want to be the big boy. He want to be above the God of gods. You know what I'm saying? The Most High God, Yahweh, the God of the Israelites. Yeah, that's why you got humbled. That's why he got turned into a vagabond. See? You know what I'm saying? This is similar to the story of the Tower of Babel. You feel me? So it says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell. Right? It's not talking about under the ground in a burning pit. Hell is a condition in this sense. Sheol, right? Let's get a little vocabulary on that. Sheol. We can't let these English words trip us up. It's plain, you see what I'm saying? It's plain English when you know the Hebrew, right? You know what I mean? Not plain English. It's plain Hebrew, right? Sheol, right? See what I'm saying? Sheol. What is Sheol? Oh, here we go. Esau got to throw his bones in there, right? His Greek mythology, but simple. The grave, hell, a pit, Old Testament, a place of no return, without praise of God. The wicked sent there for punishment, right? A place of exile, of extreme degradation, right? So look, you see Esau putting all his Greek mythology, right? Hades is from some, you know what I'm saying, Old English literature, right? But all it is, right, is death, despair, right? It can be a physical place. It could be the actual grave, right? It can be the actual grave, but in some contexts, it's talking about a condition of misery, an extreme condition. How we figure, right? Where was Job? Job was in the belly of the well, right? See what I'm saying? When Job was in hell, right? Or Jonah. When Jonah was in hell, did he die and go down to the fiery pit? No, he didn't go die and go down in the fiery pit. What did he do? He was in the belly of the well, and it said he was in hell, right? Let's get that. I believe it's Jonah. It's chapter 2. Let's see. Jonah. Okay. I believe it's chapter 2. If somebody already know exactly where it is, save me some time reading. Okay, it is chapter 2. Let's go there. We'll just read down. All right. So, like I said, Jonah was in hell, right? Let's see what Jonah went through. All right. Okay. See Jonah's prayer, right? Is it in chapter 1? Because Jonah is already he's in the fish's belly right now. Let's just go from the top of 1, right? Salakia. Jonah, previous chapter 1. What's going on with Jonah here? Jonah was disobedient. All right. You know what I'm saying? The Most High told him to do something. He wanted to buck. The Most High told him, you know what I'm saying? Most High told him, go to Nineveh, right? And cry against it. See what I'm saying? Telling people about their wickedness. But what he did, he bounced, fled under Tarshish. You know what I'm saying? Went down to Joppa. He's all up and down the coast, you know what I'm saying? Trying to disobey what the Most High told him. But guess what? A big storm hit. His boat went down. You see what I'm saying? And Jonah went down with the sea, with the ship. You see what I'm saying? And then what happened to Jonah? A big old fish scooped him up, right? Big old whale scooped him up. See what I'm saying? Right? And the people knew, hey, they knew this boat was getting tossed around because of Jonah, right? And so look, and now Yahweh had prepared a great fish to swallow up Jonah. And Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights, right? So that's it. The plot thickens at the end of the chapter, right? And then it says, Jonah prayed unto Yahweh from the belly of the fish and said, I cried by reason of mine affliction unto the Lord, and he heard me out of the belly of hell, cried I. You see, this man is still alive. He's still very much on earth, albeit in the belly of a fish underwater, but he's not down below the crust of the earth somewhere in Greek mythology, you know what I'm saying, Dante's Inferno somewhere. Hades is Greek mythology, right? Hell, in this sense, he cried from the belly of hell. He cried from the belly of despair and utter discomfort, right? A very dire situation. You see what I'm saying? You can only imagine how it feel like that, right? If you got claustrophobia, that's hell, right? And look, let's see the word. Same Hebrew word, right? He heard me out of the belly of Sheol. Same word, right? So don't let them fool you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them fool you. Now, going back to Isaiah. So we understand in Daniel 7, that first kingdom, right, is the Babylonian kingdom. And his wings was plucked. He's flying high. His wings was plucked, but he was cast down to the earth and made to walk like a regular man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't this lion that can fly no more, meaning his power is gone. And now he's a vagabond on the earth. You see what I'm saying? So right here, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, right? So you think people is just walking around in hell? This is normal people walking around in hell. Go, man, what happened to old dude? He used to make the earth tremble. These are the people that he used to rule over, and they sitting there looking on him like, wow, that's that dude that used to have all that power. Now he's down here like us, right? That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. Like, look, he was ruthless, right? All the kingdoms of nations, even all of them lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the remnant and as the raiment of those that are slain. He's looking like a bum, right? Thrust through with a sword that go down to the stones of the pit as a carcass trodden under feet. He's stinking like death. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned, right? And this is one of our favorites, right? Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of the fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities, right? Because look, the wickedness has to end. And as long as wicked men rule, the earth will mourn. And right here it tells you, right? Here's the, you know what I'm saying? For I will rise up against them, said Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, says the Lord. Right? So this whole passage is a dual prophecy, really, because it's talking about cutting off Babylon. You see what I'm saying? It's talking about cutting off Babylon. Not only literally the king of Babylon at that time, right? But it's going to occur again in the daughter of Babylon, right? So you got to understand how these prophecies tie together. So the first beast, ancient Babylon, right? And I beheld another beast, the second, like to a bear, and it raised itself up on one side and had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, arise and devour much flesh. This second one, right, is the Medo-Persian Empire, right? It was like a bear, and it raised itself up on one side because the Persians had more power and authority than the Medes, right? And the 3 ribs in its mouth are 3 kingdoms that it destroyed in the past, right? To gain its strength. See what I'm saying? Now, just out of curiosity in the chat, who knows those 3 kingdoms? One of them should be obvious, right? Because his wings got plucked, right? Anybody know? Already gave one. The other 2, quick with the sword. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one. You see what I'm saying? Babylon, right? Going once, going twice. That's 1. Lydia and Egypt, right? The Persians and the Medes came through and wrecked house. You see what I'm saying? All right. There you go, Nakash. Babylon, Lydia, and Egypt. You feel me? So look, right? And just for those of you that don't know particular where Lydia is, like my powerful brethren Shatar Apayat, right? Lydia is basically that southeastern region of Africa, modern day Ethiopia, right? Queen of the South. See what I'm saying? And then so we got Babylon, we got the Persians and Medes, right? Those are 2 eras that succeeded each other, right? One plucked the one up and gained power, right? The Assyrian and Babylonians had rule, and then the Persians and Medes came through and laid it down. See what I'm saying? And the third, right? Okay, after this, I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast also had 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. Now, which one is this? Like a leopard, huh? Well, I'm gonna give you the short breakdown, but y'all got to do some research. We know that Alexander the Greek, even according to Esau's history, he's got it documented that Alexander the Greek was famous for riding in on his horse with leopard skins, and he would adorn himself with leopard skin in times of war. You see what I'm saying? And this whole thing about having 4 wings of a fowl, look, the Greeks were the first ones to be so expansive in their You know what I'm saying? As they conquered to the north, east, south, and west. They expanded the known world as far as they could take it. You know what I'm saying? To Europe, Asia Minor, down into Africa, and on east into Persia, and through Arabia, and on as far as out into the Indian, the Indian continent, in Asia, like East Asia, right? They were expansive in their reach. So that's where the four wings of a fowl and the four heads, right? We know that Alexander the Greek died at a young age, right? And so when he passed, his four generals took over rulership, right? And they were given dominion. So that's the quick elevator breakdown of that particular one. But like I said, y'all do your homework, right? Start naming off who are those four generals, right? You see what I'm saying? Some are more famous in history than others, historically, or whatever the case may be. But throw it in the chat if you know. But I'm gonna move on, right? I'm gonna move on. And then Daniel 7:7, Daniel says, after this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stampled the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. Right? This great beast, of course, was the ancient Roman Empire, right? The Iron Age. And it was diverse from any other because it was more powerful than any other and more expansive even than the Greeks, right? Because we know that the Greeks went as far as the Rhine River, passing into what is modern day Germany, but never really took it over. But it was the Romans that first bridged that gap all the way into the interior of Germany and conquered Germany, right? That was Julius Caesar that was able to, or Caesar Augustus that was able to finally conquer that part of Europe, in the heart of Europe, right? And then went onward. Rome was even more expansive than the Greeks. It was like no other, right? I considered the horns, and behold, there came among them a little horn, right? Before whom were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things. Now, this is a hell of a verse right here, right? Because you got to imagine the quick and short of it, right? This beast right here is diverse, and it had, it had 10 horns, right? Meaning the ancient Roman Empire, it absorbed nations, and what it was really good at doing was conquering a land, but leaving their management or their former rulership intact, so to speak, but to occupy them and have them do the administration according to how the Romans wanted, right? So for instance, the Romans ruled Jerusalem, but the Pharisees still had some power, right? The Romans ruled Tyre and Zidon, but the Tyre and Zidonians, they still had they were great mariners, so they still went out and did their trade and sailed and explored and came back with riches and had to pay taxes to Caesar, right? See what I'm saying? And then from there, they were given little pockets of power, right? It had 10 horns. See what I'm saying? Now, this in verse 8, we talking about, there came among them, said, I considered the horns, and behold, there came among them another little horn, and before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. So, going forward, nations that came out of this ancient Roman Empire, there's this little horn that had plucked them all up, right? What does that look like? Let's kind of get a visual, right? I like like visuals, right? Visual learning. Okay. Territories, right? What is this? Right. If we look at America, back in the colonial days, right? It was basically split into 3 parcels of rulership. See what I'm saying? Let me try to find a decent map to illustrate that. Let's see if this works. Okay, this will work, right? We'll go to this one. There you go, Nakash. Get him, Nakash. Tell him what it is. Y'all better take notes. If you don't, you better screenshot it on the replay. You feel me? And hit us with that super thanks for these breakdowns. Right? These are the 4 generals, by the way. Moving on, though, right? Let's look at this. You see this map? Matter of fact, let's just go like this right here. Let's give it its own tab, right? Y'all see this map? Okay. And this is early 1800s, right? Even a little before that, it was probably more defined. But if you look at the breakdown on the map, this whole eastern part, right, for the most part, was developed and colonized, right? It was taken over from Gad and Reuben and colonized and ruled over by the Brits. See, at this point, they're already making states, right? This, you got to imagine, this is before most of these states was not around in 1805. Just, you know what I'm saying? These are colonial days. Let's take it back even further, right, than what this map is saying. The Brits ruled this area first, right? Before states were made, before this was the America, the Brits ruled colonial America, pretty much everything east of the Mississippi. Then in the middle, you had the French, the Louisiana Territory, which was purchased from who? Napoleon of France, right? And then out west, you had the Spanish territory, and they even held down Florida. Spain owned Florida until, I believe, 1849, right? So you see these 3 powers, Spain, France, and Britain, right? What happened? There was an uprising. These 3 great horns, Spain, France, and Britain, right? 3 great horns who are remnants of the ancient Roman Empire, right? These are old horns, right? One of the old horns from the ancient Roman Empire. They're over here ruling. And guess who plucked them all up? America, the daughter of Babylon, the whore that sits upon the dragon, right? And is running things. You see what I'm saying? It's the whore that she rose out of Britain, plucked up Britain, right? Plucked up Great Britain, the great naval power at the time, only barely rivaled by the Spanish Armada. And then somewhat of a problem was given to them by the French, but not really, because Napoleon gave up and bounced. And all praises, right around this time is the same time our Levite brothers down there ran them up out of Haiti. You see, so Napoleon was over there tricking and kept his eyes off the prize, right? The Brits, they got kicked up out of there, and here comes this little horn that sprung up out of the Brits. And then what he did, he started making all these original colonies, right, and territories. Starts, okay, they claiming this, they done purchased that, and then they kept going and then kicked the Spaniards out. Now they got a nerve to tell Issachar and Zebulon, go back to where you came from. The caucasity, man. Right? But this is the little horn that plucked up these three horns: Spain, France, and Britain. This is the daughter of Babylon, the United States of America, right? You see what I'm saying? And who is ruling things right now? Esau and his cohorts, right? So we go back to Daniel 7. We see clearly who we talking about, right? See clearly who we talking about with this small horn that plucked the other one up by the roots, right? And the horn were eyes like the eyes of man and a mouth speaking great things, right? What we got two houses of in the legislative branch of the American government. There are two houses of Congress: the Senate and the House of Representatives. These two branches have to agree on any given bill before it's signed into law. So those two eyes have to agree, right? And just look at the wording: a mouth speaking great things. Hey, make America great again. We're the baddest. We're the best. We're this. Come on. Do whatever you want to do. Freedom of choice. Yeah. All this craziness that we know is pure wicked and evil. This is where we're at right now, right? And if we go down a little further, right? Because Daniel's gonna break it down, right? But right here, when I beheld till the thrones were cast down and the Ancient of Days did sit, right? This is reckoning time, right? See what I'm saying? And look, these beasts are destroyed, right? And we get to the point around 14, I believe, right? All those beasts were destroyed. You see what I'm saying? Yahweh cracked the sky. You know what I'm saying? Regain the kingdom. And what does it say? And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. You see? So this dreadful beast here, right, that we already know is the daughter of Babylon, right? In that day, in the day of the Lord, right, when things are restored to the manner where it's supposed to be, when the Son of Man is presented, when Yahweh crack the sky, who gonna be in rulership? The daughter of Babylon, right? And who gonna come up out of that? The elect. Lord willing, we in that number, right? But all we can do is be diligent and keep the pedal to the metal, man. It's happening right before us. We got to see how these prophecies is telling us what time it is, man. It's just too many signs, right? Too many signs. So that's the quick and dirty, right? That's the quick and dirty Daniel 7. But if y'all got any questions, by all means, right? By all means, throw me some questions. You see what I'm saying? Like, I see everybody in here got good feedback, right, Gad? Look, we know that NATO and the 10 common markets, and you know what I'm saying, the United States still runs that. But we know that they're going to fall out. And you see that happening, right? You see them ready to fall out. You know, it wasn't so hunky-dory with NATO, you know what I'm saying, for the last, 6 years or so. Things is muddy over there. Things is muddy, right? Poland don't know what it want to do. Turkey, right? They want in, but they saying, nah, you got Ukraine trying to get in. But if you look at all them former, like, really stringent United Nations countries, like Germany and Spain and France and Italy, it's a different landscape these days, and things are shaky. And prophecy tells us that they're going to turn on the whore of Babylon, because we know in Revelation, Babylon is going to fall, and it's going to fall in a big way. And everyone that had to deal, everyone that dealt with her is going to be hissing, just like they hissed at the king of Babylon when he fell from grace. You see what I'm saying? You see how these prophecies build in layers and how they just, it all relates, because some things that happened in the past are just a foreshadowing of what's going to happen in the end, but just on a greater scale, right? So yeah, man, that's the quick and dirty of that. You see what I'm saying? Daniel 7, right? And you see how it tied into Isaiah, and you know, it's eschatology, right? But one precept that I want to make sure that y'all get, and I want to give y'all a chance, I know some more brothers in here. I want to make sure y'all know a couple precepts to specifically understand that them people over there are not the people that's going to be, you know what I'm saying, God's chosen people that are going to be ushered into the land. Those are imposters. Those are, you know what I'm saying, infiltrators. That's the synagogue of Satan that say they are Jews and are not. Because if they were the Most High's people, there would be no, do you know how silly you sound to think that some little nigga over there with a mortar over there lobbing rockets is going to do something to when the Most High God is on your side and you the chosen people? Come on, man. You guys to be kidding me, man. They out of their rabbit ass mind with that. All right. I want to give y'all a few seconds. I'm gonna pull up a couple real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just a couple. All right. A couple bullets to the heart, silver bullets. Give y'all about 30 seconds, maybe a minute. All right. See what y'all got. And what we want is precepts that show that it can't possibly be the chosen people of God according to prophecy, because all that war going on. See who we got. If we got some see if we got some feedback. All right, I'll let you try going with Luke. I'm gonna go straight to the prophet first, right? We're gonna visit Luke, right? War and rumors of war, right? We're gonna hit that. Since we was already at Isaiah, right? We'll start with Isaiah. If you're smart, you know Isaiah and Jeremiah, their prophecies, you know what I'm saying, kind of go hand in hand, right? If you know what I mean. So let's see, where was it? Isaiah 2. Yeah. Yep. Let's go there. All right. Salakia. Isaiah chapter 2. Isaiah chapter 2 and 1. The word of Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, right? That means the nation of Yahweh's house, which is Israel, Jerusalem, shall be established in the top of the mountains above all nations, right? And it shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it, right? Total rulership. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of God of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. Do you think these heathens over there in our land right now are having everyone reading Torah? Come on, man. Scripture shall not go out and come back void. This is the kicker. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords in the plowshares and their spears in the pruning hooks, meaning no more war. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. Right? Come on now. War is raging over there right now. It's raging out of control. And Israel talking about, hey, daughter of Babylon, can we get some more bombs? Can we get some more jets to drop more bombs on these people? Because they keep lobbing rockets at us. That's because you don't belong there. You're a bastard, right? You are a bastard in Ashdod. Hint, hint, right? Right? Let's see. Oh, there you go. Nasiak. Tamam, you there too, but Nasiak beat you to the punch, right? Ali Shai went to Luke. Luke is good, right? War, rumors of war, right? Let's go in order. Luke 21. Let's go in order. Ali Shai, he brought out Luke 21, right? Is that Luke 21? And 24. Salakia, King. Yeah. 21 and 24. All right. Here we go. Luke 21 and 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Right? True. Very true. That's where we're at right now. That's how we know that the time hadn't been fulfilled. Right? Let's see. Nasiak got it going, and as well as Tamaya. Right? Jeremiah 30. You see what I'm saying? Jeremiah 30. And Nasiak went to 10, but we're going to start a little further up and kind of meet halfway where Jeremiah, where Tamayam and Nasiak was, right? So Nasiak had 30 and 10, and Tamayam was on 30 and 3. So we're going to go in order, right? We're going to go in order. So Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 3. For lo, the days come, said Yahweh, that I will bring again the captivity of my people, Israel and Judah, said the Lord Yahweh. And I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it. Right? What this means, I will bring again the captivity of my people. That means he's going to take us up out of it and return us to the land, Israel and Judah, northern and southern kingdom. Go over there right now and ask one of them small hats what tribe they are, right? If any, they're going to try to say Levi, maybe Benjamin, right? I guess maybe Judah. I hear a lot of them is Levi and Benjamin, if they even claim a tribe, which they say, oh, only southern kingdom. Well, where is Issachar? Where's Naphtali? Right? Where's Asher? Where's Zebulun? Where's Gad? Where's Reuben? Come on now. It said, the day come, said, thus said Yahweh, I will bring the captivity again of my people, Israel and Judah, and I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their forefathers, and they shall possess it. Northern kingdom and southern kingdom, right? These are the words that the Most High spoke concerning Israel and concerning Judah, not just southern kingdom. So look, aha, right? Small hat, you out of pocket, right? And then down to 10. Therefore, fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, said Yahweh, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return and shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. So that's why I wanted to put those two together, because really you got to understand this whole chapter. You see? And it's all about Israel, southern kingdom and northern kingdom being together in that day. Just no different than You know what I'm saying? Ezekiel 37, 2 sticks, right? No more 2 nations, 1 nation. They're not claiming that over there. They barely claim Southern Kingdom. So how are they the chosen people when thus said the Lord, the Most High God is going to gather up the saints together, that we will be in captivity together? That's how we know they talking about, you know, oh, the border wall. Well, we need to build a higher wall. Man, you can't build a wall tall enough to prevent what the Most High has written. Because Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom is piling up in America, right? And we're going to come up out of America together. Lord willing, we in that number. Lord willing, I get to see that day of my enemy downfall. See what I'm saying? But all I can do is stay diligent, right? Stay in this word. Keep the faith. And I will show you my faith by my works, right? And my works and you know what I'm saying? My faith will increase my spiritual gifts, right? No matter what goes on, man, I don't care. I don't care what this world got to offer. It ain't nothing else out there for me. See what I'm saying? I done quite a few things in the world, you know, and you know, there's nice things that I would love to do and love to have, but if it interferes with thus said the Lord, or if it gets in the way of me doing this work, which is feeding the flock and going out there, not only teaching myself, but teaching others what I've learned. And then, you know, congregating with like-minded people and still sharpening steel. And we one by one, brick by brick, you know what I'm saying? We get these hewn stones together, right? And start collecting enough stones to build our nation back up. You see what I'm saying? Because look, Yahweh shall not going to return until we get it right, until we seal this elect. See what I'm saying? And even when that elect is sealed, the work ain't over. We got battle to do. We got rebels to be purged. You see what I'm saying? It's not going to be easy until it's done, right? And the most difficult part is coming. Jacob's trouble is just starting to crank up. The fire ain't even stoked full up yet. So we got to get ready, because it's gold is tried by the fire. But look, the fire of adversity is about to get stoked up. You feel me? Right? It's a good one to caution. Zechariah 14 is good, right? Zechariah 14 is good. Even further down in that, right? Because it's talking about right? It's talking about what the other nation will have to do. Right? But Zechariah, same thought process. And there shall be no other destruction, but Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited. Right now, Jerusalem, not safe. And they don't even know the true, you know what I'm saying, topography or you know what I'm saying? They don't even know where things are supposed to go over there. They so confused. But anyway, we know that that's our land from now to the Euphrates, man. You know, let it all fall to rubble while the bastards over there trampling our land, right? Got the powerful Sicariiwatr Riverside, Shatar Shaquad, right? Ezekiel 11. Shaquad like that NLT, right? Let me see if I got my NLT tab up. I know he had a powerful one last week from the NLT. Let's see what I got here. That is Ezekiel 11 NLT. All right. All right, we're going to get that. Get that shit quiet. Ezekiel 11, 15 through 17 in the NLT. All right. All right. Hope for exiled Israel. We'll start at 14. Then this message came to me from Yahweh. Son of man, the people still left in Jerusalem are talking about you and your relatives and all the people of Israel who are in exile. They are saying, those people are far away from Yahweh. So now he has given their land to us. Ha ha. Right? So they thought. Therefore, tell the exiles, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Although I have scattered you in the countries of the world, I will be a sanctuary to you during your time of exile. I, the sovereign Lord, will gather you back from the nations where you have been scattered, and I will give you the land of Israel once again. All right. There you go. You see what I'm saying? He's going to gather us from the land that we've been scattered and give us the land back. Right? All of us. All of us. Not some foul imposters. Northern and Southern Kingdom. You see what I'm saying? All praises. And look, I'll hit y'all with one more. Land is playing with one more. Right? And this one is in Zechariah. Let's see. Let me go back. Zechariah 9, I believe. Zechariah 9. Where is that at? 1 second. All right, there we go. Zechariah 9, right around 6 or so. Right? So look. Remember this. You know what I'm saying? You read, go back, do your work, do your homework, right? Read and understand the geography in here. It's real important. You know, you're going to see familiar like Gaza, all right? But try to understand some of these ancient words and study up on the geography, right? Because here we go. Zechariah 9 and 6. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines. You see what I'm saying? So this is talking about that bastard that's trodden on our land. Because what is Ashdod? Well, let's look it up. Let's look up what Ashdod is, right? Let's Google that. Let's Google Ashdod. You feel me? All right, here we go. Ashdod is a city in Israel. Look at this. The bastard living over there right now. You feel me? You can't make this up. The bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. It's a 13-hour and 50-minute flight from LA. But where is it? It's in the middle of Israel, right? Right on the coast. Look at that. Beautiful coastal territory, right? They got these bastards dwelling there. Look at that. Yeah, see? They got all the little boats parked in there. They little high rises. That's all about to be rubble, right? It's going to be cleansed. I guarantee you that. Thus said the Lord. Look at that. Beachfront properties. You know, they living it up. Live it up, Esau. You got another thing coming real soon. Soon and very soon. You feel me? Right? So look. Good. To mom, you good. That's another good one. I'm gonna let that right there marinate. It's another good one. It's right along the same lines of Isaiah, right? But y'all got some precepts in, right? Did y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? Gave you a little food for thought. Everybody participated. All praises, right? Another little good study session. Because look, I've been ripping and running all day. Then I'm getting a lesson together, and then, you know, this pop up, that pop up. I was like, look, man, I ain't gonna hurt my head trying to come up with some elaborate lesson. I'm just gonna go through the spirit, and then whatever people want to talk about, that's what we talk about. Yeah, feel me? But it's pertinent to what's going on now, family, because you got to look at what's going on and what's unfolding in the world, and then understand through prophecy how to deal with it, because it can be difficult to see a lot of things going on, that death, despair, and war and destruction, and economies crashing and gas high. You know what I mean? You know, your job ain't paying you enough, this, that, and other. You just gotta you gotta hold on to this word, man. None of that stuff, none of that other stuff matters if you ain't right with the Most High God, and if you don't take advantage of the grace of His Son, Yahweh Shai. Man, we don't deserve it, but it's there for us. You see what I'm saying? It's there for us, so we got to take advantage of it 10 toes down, man. Not lukewarm. You feel me? So that's what it is, man. It's time to turn it up, right? Not to be weak. It's time to be strong. I go back, I'm gonna end it with my sports analogy, man. Look, you can march down the football field. You can march down the football field 99 yards, 99.5 yards. But until you cross the goal line, you ain't even score yet. You see what I'm saying? And when you at that goal line, the other team, their back is against the wall, so they're gonna be fighting for their life, right? That's where the devil is right now. The devil is backed into that corner, and he's striking like an animal on his last leg. He knows what's coming to him. Look how Esau is acting, man. Look what they doing. You got these crackers, man. They getting so bold and so flippant, right? It's gonna be a whole bunch more of them things that happen on the boat dock in Mississippi. That was just a flash in the pan. These crackers is getting bold, man. They say anything that come to their mind, because they think, oh, you know, we gotta fight for ours. They know what's going on. They don't particularly know why or how it's gonna happen, but they know what's going on. They know their time is short. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, when a wounded animal is backed in the corner, they're the most dangerous. And they're going to strike out, but you got to be wise, right? Be 10 toes down, right? Because we about that life. You know, I'm all about Second Amendment and self-defense, but we got to be wise. You see what I'm saying? And things is going to get crunked. Just look at how things are going in school. And they talking about, well, you know, it's different. America is different than it used to be. That bullshit. It's middle school and high school. You got kids that think it's cool to be outright vulgar racist, not covert, overt and vulgar racist. You see what I'm saying? It's an epidemic. Esau can't help themselves, man. The seed of the devil is gonna do like his daddy, the devil. They can't help it. He's born crooked. You see what I'm saying? So Israel, let's focus on us, family. Let's love each other. Let's love the Most High God, right? And keep His law, statutes, and commandments, and love your brothers and sisters by teaching them so and being an example. Fathers, be good fathers. Be righteous men and teach your kids in the way that they should be raised, so that they can teach their seed, and we can get up out of this hell, man. You said, there you go, right? Gird your loins, man. Gird thy loins. Right? Gonna make me bring out Ephesians, bro. Trying to land this plane. Shaquai, but look, we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna chop it up, because look, we're gonna do this again. Because through the spirit, man, hey, look, it's so much going on. I want to make sure brothers is involved and active, right? Not just sitting on the wayside, right? Watching for somebody else to do it or waiting for somebody else to do it. We got to be active, family, right? Nakash, there you go. Revelation 12:12, another good one. precept upon precept upon precept. Right, Nakash? Sometimes you got to get in the game, family. Even if you sit there on the sideline with your chin strap unbuckled and your mouthpiece not in, right? Nigga, when the coach say, hey, you in there, you buckle it up and put that mouthpiece in and run in the field, right? But what you gonna do when the Most High tell you to get in the game? You gonna be fumbling for your equipment, or you gonna have your loins girded? Huh? What you gonna do when the enemy run up on you, throwing them fiery darts at you? What you gonna do? You gonna have on that full armor, or you know what I'm saying? You gonna be out there with no vest? Your choice, family. Your choice. Choose life or choose death. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, nothing but love. Love my people. Love the Most High. So I'm commanded to love the hell out of y'all hard-headed, sadish children, because I'm one of them my damn self, right? So let's all love each other and get this nation built up, King. One at a time. One stone at a time. That's all we can do, right? Start with the one in the mirror. You feel me? And with that, I want to say, call halal Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. Kwame Yashra.